Whose kids are these? The question that refused to go away. Whose kids are these? That single question has echoed louder with every passing week. It started quietly, almost uncomfortably, whispered in comment sections and side conversations. But now it's unavoidable. It's front and center. And no matter how hard Erika Kirk seems to run from it, the question keeps catching up. The moment that reignited everything was deceptively simple. Erika posted what she claimed was proof of her whereabouts on September 9th. A short clip, innocent on the surface. A mother speaking to her child, explaining gifts, love, presents. You remember I told you that Daddy was working with his friends from heaven to send you presents every day so you always know you're loved. The room was filled with toys, Sesame Street characters, boxes, color, familiar comfort. This is Sesame Street. I love Sesame Street. I know it's Sesame Street, but all these are for you, baby. But instead of reassurance, the clip ignited suspicion. Instead of quieting doubts, it reopened wounds that never fully healed. Because by the time that video surfaced, Charlie Kirk's parents had already reached a breaking point. And what happened next changed everything. The sudden cutoff that shocked everyone. After months of speculation, tension, and unanswered questions, insiders allege that Erika made a drastic move. She cut Charlie's parents off completely. No visits. No sleepovers. No family outings. No quiet afternoons with their grandchildren. Not even a brief, supervised visit. And according to multiple sources, Erika may now be seeking a protective order against them. This wasn't just a boundary, it was a wall. For Charlie's parents, it confirmed their worst fear, that Erika wasn't just avoiding questions, she was actively preventing answers. And that's when the legal gloves came off. They're dragging her to court. Not to argue online. Not to plead privately. But to force the truth into a space where it can't be filtered, staged, or controlled. A courtroom. And now everyone is asking the same question. Did Erika always plan to cut them off? Or is she hiding something much bigger? The DNA question that changed everything. For months, people online demanded DNA testing. At first, many felt it was cruel, insensitive, out of bounds. After all, Erika was a grieving widow. Charlie was gone. The children had lost a father, or so everyone believed. But something didn't sit right. As Erika's behavior grew increasingly erratic, even sympathetic observers began to pause. And Charlie's parents, who had avoided the thought for as long as they could, were finally forced to confront a possibility they never wanted to entertain. What if one of the children was Charlie's? Insiders now claim that at least one child may not be biologically his. And according to sources close to the family, Charlie's parents had quietly suspected this long before the public ever did. They believed DNA results would confirm what their instincts had been screaming all along. What they didn't expect was Erika's reaction. She didn't deny it. She didn't explain. She didn't reassure. She cut them off. Grief or performance. Charlie's death was tragic. No one disputes that. But how Erika handled the aftermath raised eyebrows, especially among those who knew Charlie long before she did. Instead of retreating from the public eye, Erika launched what many began calling a grief tour. Press appearances, public speeches, high-production events, fireworks, music, pyrotechnics, carefully curated moments. To some, it looked less like mourning and more like a rebrand. For Charlie's parents, it felt like a betrayal. They watched as their son's death became a platform, a stepping stone, a spotlight. What hurt most wasn't just the visibility, it was the speed. Erika didn't slow down. She didn't step back. She didn't pause to sit with her children through their loss. Instead, insiders say she quickly handed them off to nannies and hit the road. That decision raised a devastating question. Was she able to move on so easily because the children hadn't actually lost their biological father? Was their real father still alive? Still present. Still involved. The lies that started surfacing. After Charlie's death, things began unraveling. Not rumors, contradictions. Stories Erika had told for years started falling apart under scrutiny. And disturbingly, many of them centered on how she met Charlie in the first place. At various times, Erika offered different origin stories. In one version, she claimed she met Charlie accidentally while waiting in line at an airport with her mother during a pilgrimage. She described noticing a man who looked familiar. Her mother encouraged her to say hello. She resisted, afraid of seeming strange. And only months later did she realize the man was Charlie Kirk. Nothing is by coincidence, she said. It was framed as fate. But in another version, she told a completely different story. This time, she said she was introduced to Charlie by Tyler Bowyer, a senior figure at TPUSA, who allegedly wanted to set her up for a job interview. According to her, Charlie ended the meeting abruptly. "I'm not going to hire you," he said. Then followed it with, "I'm going to date you." 2 stories. 2 origins. Same relationship. Both couldn't be true. What the timeline reveals. Public records, photos, and third-party testimony suggest something even more troubling. There's strong evidence that Erika knew people in Charlie's inner circle as far back as 2015, years before either version of her story claims. Tyler Bowyer himself publicly stated that Erika contacted him in 2015, offering to help with the first Trump rally in Arizona. She wasn't a stranger. She wasn't accidental. She wasn't unknown. She was placed directly behind the president. That means Erika was already deeply embedded in the same political and social ecosystem as Charlie long before she claimed to randomly meet him. And that raises another unsettling possibility. What else did she lie about? The exes no one wants to talk about. Erika long claimed that Charlie was her first serious relationship. That claim is false. Before Charlie, Erika was involved in multiple serious relationships, including with professional baseball player JT Massey. She publicly described JT as my favorite human, my best friend, my incredible boyfriend. Engagement-style photos of the two circulated. They appeared inseparable. Then there was Cat Phillips. Photos show Erika and Cat on painting dates. Romantic outings. Public intimacy. All less than a year before Erika became engaged to Charlie. And here, where things take a darker turn. Around the same time, Erika and Charlie welcomed their first child. Cat Phillips also welcomed a baby. The timing was impossible to ignore. Suddenly, the DNA questions weren't just online gossip, they were logical. The child at the rally. One resurfaced video shook Charlie's parents deeply. At a Trump rally, Erika stood beside JT Massey with a young girl between them. The resemblance between JT and the child was striking. Too striking. Naturally, speculation exploded. Did Erika already have a child before Charlie? Was there another family? Another father? Even if the answer was no, the optics were devastating. And yet, Erika offered no explanation. Silence as strategy. Here, what shocked insiders the most. When Charlie's parents pushed for DNA testing, Erika didn't explode. She didn't protest. She didn't deny. She went quiet. And then she cut them off. That silence felt calculated. As if she had expected this moment. As if she had prepared for it. And as public sentiment shifted, even Erika's most loyal supporters began pulling away. Memes went viral. Comments turned brutal. The goodwill she once enjoyed evaporated almost overnight. People weren't just confused anymore. They were angry. The courtroom changes everything. With access to the children blocked, Charlie's parents made a decision they never wanted to make. They're going to court. Because courts don't care about aesthetics. They don't care about narratives. They don't care about vibes. They care about records, dates, biology, truth. And once this becomes a custody battle, Erika loses the ability to control the story. No filters, no tour, no silence, just evidence. And if that evidence reveals a name other than Charlie's where his should be, this stops being gossip. It becomes permanent. Erika may have thought cutting off Charlie's parents would end the conversation. Instead, it guaranteed one thing. This will not end quietly. Because Charlie's parents are no longer just grieving. They're fighting. And once the truth enters a courtroom, it doesn't come out the same way it went in.